Hi, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be showing you how to file a chainsaw. First thing we have to do is find the proper file for the saw. This particular saw is a 3/8 pitch saw. That's the pitch of the chain. The drive links are underneath here, and that's the size of the drive links that this is. And this is the size of file that goes to sharpen the blade. This is actually a 732 file. There's three common file sizes: 3/16, 532, and 732, depending on the size of the saw. So the next thing you want to do is, before we start filing, is we want to check the tension on the chain. This is pretty good right here. These here are called drive links. And you basically want to see about 3 or 4 of these up above the top of the bar. And then you'll know that the chain's tight enough. If it gets too loose, you'll need to tighten it up. But that's for another day. Now I'm going to show you how to file and where to file the chain. So this is a round file, like I said. It's a 732 file. And what we're filing are these tips. So what we want to do is we want to follow in the same as they are filed from the factory. And what I do is, when I file, is I turn the file, okay? And I go about 3 or 4 passes, depending on how bad the chain is. That one's pretty good. Now we go to the next one. And we go so on. Now what we have to do is, we're going to flip the saw around, and we're going to change the direction of the chain so we can file the other side, because there's 2 sides to it. And what I use is a vise here to hold the saw in place, because it's much easier than trying to lay over the top of it. So I'm just going to turn the saw around, put it back in the vise, give it a good tighten, and then I'll start to file the other side. So we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you can see, it's in a nice line here. And the next one we're going to do is this one. Okay. We'll do one more on this side, and then we're going to check the height of the rakers, which I'll show you what they are. They're very important, so that when you're cutting, the saw removes the sawdust in a manner where it's not getting trapped. For this particular application, we need to take a flat file like this, and what we're going to do is we're going to lay it across the top of the cutting edges. And what we want to see if there's a gap, which there is, a little gap in there. And if there wasn't a gap in there, we would take and we'd file the top of this raker off. I can do that irregardless. It's not going to hurt the chain, just to show you how to do it. When I only make a couple of passes, and you'll see now that it went from being round here to being flat here. And that's basically all you need to know. And the big thing is to keep that angle of the round file at the right degrees and keep it flat. You don't want to run it uphill, and you don't want it running downhill. You want it flat. You can hear it when it cuts across the chain. How soft and smooth that is. If I was to do it like this, that's what happens. You're not getting it smooth. So this way, everything is smooth. And you want to do them all the same. And that's it for today's video. See you next time.